Guys, so we are here to open what is probably going to be the last SciFan block at this point, given the news that the company that puts this box out, as well as a number of other boxes and is affiliated with Shirt Punch, is filing for bankruptcy. So when you try to actually access their website, it says that they're going to be back soon, but there's no additional information about whether or not somebody's buying them out and taking over, or what's going to kind of happen. A lot of people have orders pending and haven't been able to receive any updates. I've got an order pending with Shirt Punch that has been pending for about 4 months at this point, and they've basically just stopped responding entirely to my inquiries. So I don't know if I'm ever going to get it. I need to go back and check and make sure I wasn't charged for it or refute the charge. I don't know. Anyway, so this box has actually been sitting here for a little bit because from what I understand from seeing other videos that people have posted, essentially this is basically just a box full of stuff that they've sent out in previous boxes. I guess as a way to try to, you know, fulfill the subscription obligation for one more month and get people something of what they paid for. But from my understanding, a lot of it's just kind of repeat stuff. So I wasn't really all that eager to dive right into it. But since I have it here and I'm doing a bunch of unboxings this weekend, I might as well go ahead and crack it open and see if the stuff in here is repeat stuff for me. And because I'm a little bit later to the subscription box game, there are some items that might have been in previous boxes but aren't necessarily things that I've received before. So we'll take a look. It feels like it's a pretty heavy box, so I do appreciate the fact that even though the stuff might not be new, that they did hopefully try to provide enough items to equal the value of what people paid, even if they aren't necessarily new things. So we'll kind of see. We'll see what happens with this box. Let's go ahead and crack into it and see what we got this time around. The first thing we have is the shirt, which I did see on other people's channels. So it's the Dark Side shirt, and it has their Shirt Punch logo on it. You know, it's kind of it reminds me a little bit of the arcade game Tempest. Do you remember that game, guys? Some of you must remember that game. But the circle of it and the lines of it kind of reminds me of Tempest. And then, of course, we have the logo and the ship here. So it's kind of like when Luke is flying in and trying to shoot through the channel into the Death Star. It's that kind of image on his screen, but it also reminds me of Tempest. So there you go. Shirt's cool. I'm alright with that. The next thing up we have is a Rogue One Death Trooper helmet coin bank. Now, I haven't received this specific one before, but from what I saw in other people's videos, this apparently did show up in, it says a Nerd Block exclusive, so this must have been in maybe the classic box at some point. And banks seem to be a thing, because I have another one that's a Star Wars one that's kind of a rectangular, which I think came in, might have actually even come in one of these SciFan blocks. I don't remember. But I also have a Kylo Ren coin bank helmet from my geek box. So I only need so many banks. This one's probably going to get donated, but it's a cool item, so I'm not mad at that. Alright, next up we have some Star Wars coasters, which I have received in a previous box. And these are the ones that are the cork. So they have the image on the front, and all the images are different. I'm not going to pull it out right now, but the images are different, and then the back is just kind of the Star Wars label. And they are the cork ones, so these are the kind that after a while they get soaked up with water, and they're kind of temporary coasters. So, but That's alright. Alright, next up we have a series of Star Wars pins, which I have not received before. And I'm not mad at that. We have a bag clip, and it's a magnet bag clip. I don't know if that's going to be visible because it's dark gray on black, but let's go ahead and try. There you go. Bag clips are always handy. Magnetic bag clips are always handy, so I can appreciate that. We have a Star Wars lanyard. Lanyards are never in short supply around here, but I do like the green and black color on here. Galactic Empire. I like the coloration. And it has the vinyl medallion on there, and of course the card holder for your badge or your pass or whatever you need. So lanyards are always good. We have a luggage tag, which is Back to the Future, which is funny because I just opened another box that had a Back to the Future luggage tag, but it was the license plate and not the timer. What I don't like about this is that you have to write your address information on the tag itself. It's not a one where you slide the paper in and you can change it if needed. So that's kind of annoying. But that having been said, if you're trying to just put something custom on a black suitcase just to identify your own, this is a very unique thing. Be very easy to spot when it comes off the conveyor belt that that is your bag and nobody else's, so that's nice. We also have a vinyl figure, a Nerd Block exclusive of Slimed Ray, and I am pretty sure that I have this one also already. I'll have to double check, but I think I already have this in my donation pile somewhere. So, it's okay, but not really my thing. And then we have two more things in here. We have some Futurama socks, which will go with my Bender pin that I just got in the BAM box. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched that video yet, I got a Bender pin in my BAM box. So, extra socks are always fun, and I like the color on this, so that's kind of cool. And then the last thing in here is a book, Today's Spirit Guide, Official Ghostbusters Edition. So it's kind of like a graphic novel, almost. It looks kind of a little bit like a cross between a graphic novel and like a D&D guide. So that's kind of cool. I'm not a huge Ghostbusters fan, as you've probably noticed in the different videos. I mean, I liked it, but I'm not a huge Ghostbusters fan. So a lot of the Ghostbusters stuff I'm probably going to bundle up as a gift for someone. But I don't mind flipping through books. Books are always cool. I just don't think I'm going to end up keeping this one, but I'll probably read through it. So, and that's it. Those are all of the items that are in the last SciFan block, or at least as far as we can tell, easy enough for me to say. As far as I can tell, this is going to be the last SciFan block, so that's it. That's all she wrote. So I guess we're going to have to kind of see what develops with that company and whether or not somebody comes in to rescue it, and will it be reinstalled or come back in a different form. Who knows? We'll have to see. But in the meantime, a lot of customers have a lot of questions about what's going to happen with their stuff. So, I don't know. In the meantime, I'm going to explore some other boxes, since apparently the Nerd Block boxes are no longer an option. So, look for new boxes coming up soon, and let me know what you thought about this last SciFan block. Whether or not you think it was a worthy attempt to at least give a last hurrah to the customers, or did it seem like it was kind of a wimp out? I thought it was a pretty decent box in terms of items. A lot of stuff in there. The items themselves didn't really appeal to me, but that's just a personal thing. But in general, I thought it was a pretty stuffed box, and that's okay with me. So kind of sad that that's the way it went. So oh well. Let me know what you guys think. More boxes coming up. I've got one more box to film today, and it is a new box to my channel. It's not a new box, but it's a new box to my channel. So keep an eye out for something that you haven't seen here before. We'll see you then. Bye.